Such was the fury of the Persians. Such was the vengeance they exacted on traitors, oath-breakers, and temple burners. And though the Athenians had sent only 20 ships to aid the Ionians, they too would face the great king's wrath. Panic spread throughout Athens. At this time, the city was far from the grand metropolis it would later become. It had no navy, no empire, no Parthenon. Even its democracy was barely 2 decades old. Yet now, like a storm-tossed fishing boat facing a towering wave, little Athens was on the brink of being engulfed. Like good Democrats, the Athenians elected their generals, 10 each year. And it was these men who now debated what to do. Among these generals was Aristides. Aristides the Just, they called him. As upright a man as you'll ever meet, his commitment to his city faultless. And then there was Themistocles, his lifelong rival. Themistocles was an outsider from an obscure family. He was a radical, audacious in thinking, and he was a schemer who never put justice ahead of expediency. But in this desperate hour, these ambitious men agreed that the bold Miltiades should take supreme command. Miltiades ordered the Athenians to muster at the plain of Marathon, there to await the Persians. There was little time left to prepare. Across the Euboean Gulf, the Athenians watched the Persians burn Eretria and knew they were next.
Put the cities of Euboea to the torch, one by one. Let the Athenians see what awaits them.
Tiestin, we need every man we can muster, Themistocles, and few can match your powers of persuasion. Gather as many as you can, and meet us at the plain of Marathon. Watchword is Zeus Soter. There.
No doubt Aristides is already down at Marathon, reciting Homer. Come, men. We haven't much time.
Vaino. Ne, stagmata, ne, tontia. As menos. Τι θέλεις, ακούω. Έτοιμος. Εύχομαι. Κάιρε. Vaino.
General Themistocles, we are eager to join the fray, but our town is menaced by bandits. We dare not leave it unguarded.
Τι θέλεις, Μένος. Έτοιμος. Κάιρε, τοντία, εύχομαι. Στάγματα.
Themistocles, would that we could help you, but the men have been spooked by the recent theft of our town's holiest relic, the shield of Menestheus. Recover the shield, and they may recover their fortitude.
Nee, tontia. Prostagmata. Τι εστίν. Τι θέλεις. Έχουμε. Έσπαλο! Είτε Αθαναίοι. Έτω. Πρόσπαλο! Prostagmata. Τι εστίν. Είτε άντρες. Κάιρε. Αλαλέι! Τι θέλεις. Έτω ημάινο. Prostagmata. Τι εστίν. Έσπαλο! Είτε Αθαναίοι. Τι θέλεις. Ικαίσομεν. Έτω πρόσπαλο! Prostagmata. Είτε άντρες. Τι εστίν. Κουο. Κάιρε. Ναι, τοντία. Έτω εισμένος. Τι θέλεις. Αλαλέι! Prostagmata. Έσπαλο!
Oh, look at the shine on them attic drachmas. Loveliest sight in the world.
Κάιρε, έχουμε.
Ναι, ποιέσμενος.
Oh, look at the shine on them attic drachmas. Loveliest sight in the world.
Τι εστί.
Κάιρε, τι εστίν. Έτω ημος. Τι θέλεις. Ναι, τοντία. Prostagmata. Κάιρε, τι εστίν. Ίσο. Έτω ημος.
Έτω είμαι.
Τι θέλεις. Prostagmata. Τι εστίν. Είτε Αθαναίοι. Κάιρε. Πρόσπαρο. Τι θέλεις. Prostagmata. Τι εστίν.
There, man! I see the stolen relic!
Κάιρε. Ναι, τοντία. Έσπαλο.
Let's get this back to Svetus and put the courage of Menesthius back into their men.
Κάιρε. Πάει ίσο. Prostagmata. Τοντία. Έτω μένω. Τι εστίν. Είτε Αθαναίοι.
Περασμένος. Ποιέσμενος. Τι εστί. Ακούω.
Prostagmata. Έτω τοντία. Κάιρε.
Yuai! Yuai! The shield is returned. What are you waiting for, men? Get to Marathon!
I won't tell them that the Acharnians also claim to have the shield of Menesthius, and the Plataeans, and the Eleusinians.
Prostagmata. Τι θέλεις. Έτω ημος. Ποιέσο. Κάιρε. Πάινο.
Survivors from Charistos. Join me, men, and I'll give you the chance for vengeance.
Κάιρε. Τι εστίν. Πάινο.
Έτω είμαι. Πάινο.
Prostagmata. Τι θέλεις. Amaranthos has fallen. By Zeus, the Persians are making short work of Euboea.
Ναι.
Στάγματα, έχουμε.
Πάει.
Τι δεν λες, Ιεστίν, πάει ενώ. Το υποίσω. Ναι, τον Ρία.
Τι θέλει, έρχομαι.
Στάγματα. Αθανέωε.
Men of Ramnus! Pay us what we're owed or we'll starve you out!
Ice Caracas, you dog-faced reprobates! General Themistocles will save us!
Προστάτευμένος.
Ιεστίν.
Τι είστε. Ναι, τον δει. Μοιασμένος.
Έχουμε. Προστάγματα. Ένος. Βάινο. Ιεστίν. Έχουμε ένος. Βάινο. Προστάγματα. Βάινο. Βάινο. Έχουμε. Έσπαρο.
Πάει, πεσμένος. Τι είστε, έρχομαι.
That'll do. Let's get out of here, men. The Persians are gonna massacre these half-wits.
There are Medizers in our midst, Themistocles. Men who would rather betray us to the Persians than stand and fight. Keep a watch along the coast for anyone sending signals.
Ah, you've dealt with those lice-infested scoundrels. Now get me to Athens. Oh, and thank you.
Think nothing of it. And the next time you hire mercenaries, I'd advise you to pay them.
Ακούω.
Πάινο.
Έχουμε. Πάινο. Προστάγματα. Τι θέλεις. Ιεστίν. Έτοιμος.
Oh my. Lantheos is dead. I suppose we can't rely on his support.
The Persians have seized Styra. Its stores of purple dye now mingled with blood. They are almost done with Euboea.
Πεσμένος.
Προστάγματα. Ιεστίν.
Τι είστε, ναι. Πάει, ποιέσω.
Our finest runner, Phidippides, prepares to fetch aid from other cities. Themistocles, we need you to escort him part of the way.
Ναι. Έρχομαι.
Έσπαλο! Ικέσομαι!
Τι θέλει, πεσμένος.
Ιεστίν. Αναλέη! Caire. Ite Athanaeoe. Etoimos. Ite Andres. Stagmata. Tiestin. Prospero. Caire. Etoimos. Stagmata. Ethomai. Tiestin. Caire. Espero. Ergeis. Etoimos. Titheles. Tiestin. Stagmata. Caire. Ethomai. Etoimos. Ite Athanaeoe. Ite Andres. Tiestin. Stagmata. Ite Exome. Titheles. Hey, Tontia. Prospero. Menos. Ite Athanaeoe. Etoimos. Espero. Ite Andres. Tiestin. Stagmata. Etoimos. Titheles. Ethomai. Ite Exome. Caire. Tiestin. Hey, Tontia. Stagmata. Akuo. Etoimos. Stagmata.
Our thanks, Themistocles. We march to Marathon, but take these few guards in case you encounter any more malefactors.
Caire. Ethomai.
Tiestin.
Etoimos. Stagmata. Tiestin. Ite Athanaeoe. Titheles. Prospero. Espero. Caire. Tiestin. Stagmata. Titheles. Ite Andres. Vaino. Caire. Eso. Etoimos. Menos. Stagmata. Tiestin. Hey, Tontia. Titheles. Ite Exome.
Hetoime.
Prospero! Espero! Steadfast Eretria has fallen. The Persians will soon be upon us.
Oh, look at the shine on them Attic drachmas. Loveliest sight in the world.
Caire. Tiestin.
Vaino.
Stagmata. Etoimaino. Titheles. Menos. Oieso. Caire.
Prostagmata.
Stagmata.
Hetoime. Έρχομαι.
Etoimei. Tontia. Έρχομαι. Ite Athanaeoe. Tiestin. Espero. Etoimai menos. Stagmata. Ite Andres. Prospero. Caire. Έρχομαι. Titheles. Menos. Oieso. Tiestin. Stagmata. Ecco il Caire.
Sir, thank you. Here, take these weapons from the village storehouse.
Vaino, Vaieis. Tiestin? Stagmata? Andres! Ήθελες. Είτε Αθαναίωε. Κάιρε. Αλαλέη. Τι εστίν. Ήρθεσομεν. Έσπαλο. Στάγματα. Είτε Άντρες. Έκτο έχεις. Δία. Προσπάρω! Κάιρε. Διαστήνισμένος.
Τι εστίν?
Στάγματα έτοιμος. Τι θέλεις. Είτε Αθαναίωε. Ναι. Κάιρε. Βάινο.
Kill the meat-eaters!
Τι θέλεις. Έτοιμος. Δία. Είτε. Κάιρε. Θέλεις. Στάγματα. Έξομαι. Έτοιμος. Κάιρε. Βάινο. Διασμένος.
Our soldiers will not leave their women and children alone while the great wolf Ornacles stalks our city. Slay the beast, and our spears will be yours.
Στάγματα. Είτε Αθαναίωε. Τι θέλεις. Βάινο. Έτοιμος. Κάιρε. Μένος. Έχουμε. Ναι, τον Τία. Ακούω. Βοηθείς. Προσπάρω. Διαστήν. Αλαλέη. Στάγματα. Τι θέλεις. Βάινο. Έσπαρο. Έτοιμος. Ιτρέξομαι. Διαστήν. Στάγματα. Τία. Κάιρε. Έτοιμος. Τι θέλεις. Είτε άντρες. Διαστήν. Κάιρε. Στάγματα. Έτοιμος. Ναι. Ακούω. Διαστήν. Ναι, τον Τία. Τι θέλεις. Βάινο. Προστάγματα. Κάιρε. Ναι. Βοηθήσω. Έτοιμος. Έχουμε. Διαστήν. Ακούω. Τι θέλεις. Μένος. Κάιρε. Είτε Αθαναίωε. Προστάγματα. Βάινο.
Προσταγμένος.
Έτοιμος. Ναι, ναι, τον Τία. Διαστήν. Τι θέλεις. Προσπάρω. Προστάγματα. Ναι, έχουμε. Διαστήν. Τι θέλεις. Βοηθήσω. Προστάγματα. Ναι, ασμένος.
Ναι, έρχομαι. Ναι, τον Δία. Τι θέλεις. Βοηθήσω.
We've put a stop to this treachery. Perhaps, with a few false signals of our own, we could sow some confusion for the Persians.
Προστάγματα. Είτε άντρες. Διαστήν. Ναι. Έσπαλο. Κάιρε. Προσπάρω. Έτοιμος. Προστάγματα. Βάινο. Είτε Αθαναίωε. Τι θέλεις. Αλαλέη. Είτε άντρες. Κάιρε. Prostagmata. Ikesomen. Ditele.
It's starting to feel like Heracles performing all these labours. And this beast had jaws to match the Nemean lion, that's for sure. Let's take the pelt back to Oropos.
Diestine.
Τι εστάινο. Ναι, τον Δία.
Prostagmata. Oieso. Asmenos.
He returns! Like brave Heracles, he returns, draped in the pelt of the beast. These picked men will join you, while the rest of our forces march to Marathon.
Προστάγματα. Έτο, βοηθήσω.
Caire. Ακούω. Prostagmata. Τι θέλεις. Ασμένος. Έτοιμος.
We have all we need to construct beacons of our own. To the coast.
Έχουμε. Prostagmata. Caire. Έτοιμος.
Τι θέλεις. Έρχομαι. Όχι το μέο.
Τι θέλεις.
Χάιρε.
Βοηθήσω.
I hear the signal. To Marathon.
Caire. Diestin? Nay, τον Dia. Asmenos.
Slide over those shiny owls, and my men will happily fight for you.
Prostagmata. Έχουμε.
Sharpen your swords, men, for you are the great king's vengeance made flesh. And so you will be swift, you will be fierce, and you will be merciless.
Prostagmata. Dia. Caire. Διαστήν. Έτοιμος. Στάγματα. Caire. Ένος.
Well met, Themistocles. I expect you to set aside our differences. Backstabbing in the assembly is politics. Here, it is treason.
Caire. Τι θέλεις. Form ranks, men. Form ranks and hearken to me. Prostagmata. Έχουμε. The Athenians. Your foes today are far from home, dragged here to serve a king they have never seen. But you men, you fight in the very shadow of the city that nurtured you, that shelters your wives and children. Now, for Athens, charge!
Archers, loose!
Men as men.
This land will never submit to your despotism, Persian dogs!
The day is lost! Back to the ships!
Athena, witness our victory! May the great king's halls be filled with wailing widows. Never again will he trouble our shores.
I fear it will take more than one battle to deter the Persian king.
Marathon was a stunning victory. Those who fought there became known as the Marathonomachoi. Among them, the great tragedian Aeschylus, whose tombstone never bothers to mention his dramas, only his glorious involvement at Marathon. With the enemy vanquished, the Athenians slept soundly. All except Themistocles, who yearned for the glory that went to Miltiades. Not that Miltiades remained a hero very long. The next year he made a dreadful mess of an expedition to Paros, was promptly thrown in prison by the angry Athenians, and died shortly thereafter from a gangrenous leg wound. Great men, you see, rarely meet great ends. Lack of recognition wasn't the only thing that kept Themistocles awake at night. He knew that the Persians would soon return, and Athens was utterly unprepared. So when the Athenians struck a rich vein of silver, Themistocles proposed something radical. They should spend it on a fleet of warships and transform their unremarkable city into a naval power. His rival Aristides disagreed, as you might expect. The Persian threat was gone, he argued, and fleets of squalid things rowed by squalid men. The Athenians had a wonderfully efficient way to resolve disputes like these: an ostracism. Unlike regular elections, where the Athenians voted eagerly for whoever made them the most extravagant promises, in an ostracism, the citizens voted to expel whichever politician they found most disagreeable. This was Themistocles' opportunity. If he could get his stubborn rival Aristides ostracized, he could have his fleet and his chance at glory.
By order of the Assembly, an ostracism will be held here on the first day of Anthesterion. Women, slaves, and metics are to keep away. Intimidation, bribery, and public defecation are strictly forbidden.
The people will never support you, Themistocles, or your mad desire to waste our silver on ships. They know an unjust man when they see one.
These fools won't believe that the Persians will return. I must find another foe for them to fear. Or simply slander Aristides.
Pues. Nee, con dia. Έχουμε. Caire.
Here's the plan. We hoist Egonetan sails, head to the Piraeus and fake an attack on our own harbour. The people need to see that Athens is vulnerable. That should do it. Athena, forgive me. It is for the good of the city.
Assemble, all good citizens, for the vote is underway.
Pues. Έχουμε.
Athenians, hear me. Themistocles is a paranoid fantasist who would squander your money on ships to fight the Persians, whom we have already beaten. He spits on your great victory in his vain desire to be an admiral.
Fellow citizens, look just beyond the Piraeus and you'll see why we need a fleet. Aegina, a teeming nest of pirates and thieves. And this man, Aristides, who calls himself the Just, is a known agent of the Persian king.
Silence! The votes have been tallied. Aristides, son of Lysimachus, you are hereby ostracized. Leave the city and do not return until 10 years have passed, else your life will be forfeit.
You chose well, Athenians. Now to build a fleet and cleanse the Saronic Gulf of Egonetan piracy.
Ναι, τον τομέα. Ναι. Τι θέλεις? Ποέσου. Ασμένος. Ολοτομέο. Τι έστι? Ποέσου. Ναι. Ακούω. Προστάγματα. Τι θέλεις? Ακούω. Όχι τομέα. Τι έστι? Γεωργαίο. Ναι. Ναι, τον Δία. Γεωργαίο. Εδώ είμαστε. Ποέσου. Γεωργαίο. Προστάγματα. Γεωργαίο. Πάινο. Γεωργαίο. Ναι. Ασμένος. Ναι, τον Δία. Πάινο. Ακούω. Εδώ είμαστε. Έρχομαι. Ασμένος. Ολοτομέο.
Destroying pirate shipyards will help both to pacify these waters and to train our crews.
Tiestin, menos. Akuo. Στάκμετας, έχορα, δία, κάιρε.
The Aeginetans attack Laurion. I was right, citizens. Without ships of our own, we'd be completely at the mercy of these ravening pirates.
Στάγματα, ο εισμένος. Ναι, το Δίας. Tiestin, Vaino. Έτοιμος. Προστάγματα. Κάιρε, ο Αιγιαστήν, ασμένος.
Κάιρε.
Κάιρεστην, έχονα. Τι λες.
Προστάγματα.
Στάγματα. Tiestin. Κάιρε.
Ναι, ο οικοδομέο, ο οικοδομέο.
First Datis and his Persians devastate our cities. Then pirates come to prey on our defenseless people. If you were to fortify your side of the Euboean Gulf, Athenian, it would surely deter our enemies.
Κάερε,
Προστάγματα, Πρωτομαίο, έρχομαι. Φάερο, Πρωτομαίο, ναι τον τία. Έτοιμο, ναι τον Πρωτομαίο.
Τι θέλεις? Πάινο. Ακούω. Οικοτομέο. Έτοιμος. Έρχομαι. Ακούω. Πάινο. Προστάγματα. Ναι τον Δία. Ακούω. Ναι. Ναι τον Δία. Τι έστω, τι θέλεις? Μεταλλέω. Ασμένος. Προστάγματα. Μεταλλέω. Ναι. Προστάγματα. Ναι τον Δία. Ποέσαι. Ακούω. Ναι τον Δία. Πάινο. Ποέσαι. Πάινο.
Προστάγματα.
Κάιρε, έτοιμο.
Οικοτομέο. Τι έστω? Έρχομαι. Ακούω. Πάινο. Ακούω. Οικοτομέο. Το έχεις. Κάερε, ασμένος. Οικοτομέο.
Κάιεστην.
Έτοιμος. Τι θέλεις? Ναι τον Δία. Ναι, ακούω. Τι έστι? Ναι τον Δία.
Lelantine fields and pastures feel safer already, with such a stout fortress across the Gulf. You can count on our aid, Themistocles.
Ναι, ακούω. Ασμένος. Έρχομαι. Πρωτομαίο.
Έρθελες.
The Phoenicians, craven subjects of the great king, have had free run of the Aegean for too long. Now that we have the ships, we should strike their rich merchant vessels.
Προστάγματα. Οικοτομέο. Τι θέλεις? Έρχομαι. Οικοτομέο.
We should seek a treaty with Corinth. They may not be fond of us, but everything in Corinth has its price.
Τι έστι? Ναι, ναι τον Δία. Ασμένος. Οικοτομέο.
Στάγματα.
Τι θέλεις? Ακού. Ναι, τον Δία. Ασμένος.
Διέστη. Έτοιμος. Στάγματα. Κάιε. Έτοιμος. Στάγματα. Οίασε. Τι θέλεις?
Φάιν. Ακούω. Πάτε το με.
Κάιε στην.
Προστάγματα. Όχι το με.
Έτοιμος. Στάγματα. Τι θέλεις? Ναι, τον Δία.
Κάιρε. Φάιν. Χουλοτομέ.
Προσταγματομέο.
Έτοιμος.
Ναι, τον Δία. Το έχεις. Ασμένος. Το με. Κουλοτομέα. Όχι κουλοτομέα.
Μένος. Κάιε. Είσαι. Ναι, τον Δία. Στάγματα. Έτοιμος.
Our captains will appreciate these fine hemp robes. Lebanese cedar. Quite the find. The fleet is starting to take shape.
Τι θέλεις, προστάγματα πάνω. Ακού, χολοτομέο. Ναι, προστάγματα. Τι έστι, ναι, τον δία. Χέτοιμος, όχι τομέο.
Thracian pine will make our ships stronger, lighter. The fleet is almost ready. That seems to have satisfied the Corinthians. Miserly wretches.
Starting wars to serve your political ends, Themistocles. Let's hear you spew your slander when I sink you to the bottom of the gulf.
By Zeus! The wealth on these Phoenician ships! Plutus himself would be jealous.
Τι εστιν, προστάγματα,
Έχεις, τι θέλεις, έρχομαι. Ναι, τον τι. Πρωτομέο. Κάιρε, το έχεις, μεταλλαίο, πρωτομέο.
So cocky now, Polycritus. Fish him out of the water, men. The Aeginetans can have him back when they surrender.
Bueno. Prospero!
Ναι, προστάγματα, το έχεις, ολοτομέα.
Προστάγματα.
Τι έστει. Προστάγματα.
Be proud of yourselves, Athenians. With this fleet, we can withstand any foe. Be they egg-and-eaten raiders, rapacious pirates, or the ravening myriads of the Persian king.